Welcome to the Wrestling Show, emulating, well, you know what? I'm going to try to do a serious video this time because someone said I couldn't do it. They sent me a video, not a video response, they sent me a comment saying I can't do a serious video. So heck, I'll try anything once. Sorry about the last video, my voice was kind of going, and it just seemed like a kind of lazy, put together video. I'm going to try to not do garbage like that. Not just gonna put out videos because, oh, it's a week, it's been 2 weeks. You know, I'll just put them out when I put them out and try to add a little more quality to them. Excuse me. Today I wanted to kind of talk about tag teams, but not the typical tag team wrestling is dead in America or WWE sucks with tag teams, etc. I just wanted to kind of talk about, you know, what the purpose of a tag team was and the after effects of a tag team, you know, why there's tag teams, questions like that. I'm going to be shooting all over the place. So let's go ahead and try. Why are there tag teams? Well, there's some obvious reasons. Most promotions have a tag team division with tag team belts, so they need to fill that. Also, that offers a continuation of whatever style. Like, let's say it's Combat Zone Wrestling. You know, you like hardcore wrestling. But if you make it a tag match, you know, with tag teams, then that style can continue for longer or keep at its pace. Because if one guy gets tired, he can tag out. You know, it adds more elements. You know, it's not just one-on-one, which is perfectly fine. I'm just saying that they're using well, if one guy going through a table is good, what about two, you know? And that's just an example in Combat Zone Wrestling. I don't know why that came to mind. But, yeah, other reasons might be, well, this is more an after effect, is they're trying to elevate one guy over the other. And sometimes I think that's not even thought out. You know, that's not why the tag team was put together. But it happens as a result of putting those two together. But I think occasionally they do think ahead, whichever company is in, like, hey, let's put guy A and B together and see which guy the fans, you know, seem to like more. And that's how they'll go off, you know, merchandise or how they book their pay-per-view. I'm thinking that's what they do. I mean, I could be totally wrong. I mean, it just seems like something some company's doing. And, you know, also to kind of condense storylines to give guys, you know, they can't have, like, rather than having 8, you know, different single storylines, they could, you know, have 4 storylines, for example. You know, more, once again, the thing is more the better, you know. The more the merrier. But yeah, sometimes tag teams are a bad thing as far as, well, if you don't utilize them properly, or if you just randomly put people together. Sometimes it works, like with, who is randomly put together? Oh, well, it worked out in the end, like the Blade Runners, Sting and the Ultimate Warrior. If it wasn't for the, you know, the Ultimate Warrior's personal problems or whatever, those guys were able to get together, and, you know, after they broke up, they were both great single wrestlers. I'm kind of shooting in a different random direction here, but what I'm saying is, the bad thing is sometimes tag teams will pigeonhole both wrestlers, and one or the other won't really break out. Kind of like the Legion of Doom. Don't get me wrong, you know, obviously a great tag team, but singly they were just, you know, they were decent, but I'm just saying, once they were in the Legion of Doom, the other, you know, one or the other couldn't break out and, you know, be a world champ. Or maybe they just didn't want to book them that way, or maybe that's what Hawk and Animal said, hey, we pretty much want to be known as a tag team. Same thing with, like, 3D, they couldn't really go single. It's like, sometimes if you're too successful, you're pretty much stuck in the tag team. You know, once you tag for years. Which is good because, then going to a good thing of tag team wrestling, it builds camaraderie. And it's more respected in non-Western, you know, cultures. I mean, it's respected here in America, Canada, etc. But I think overseas, like in Japan and stuff, now I'm not trying to be all marky, I just This is kind of like from a psychology class. It just seems, excuse me, the lights might go off for a second. Okay, but yeah, it just seems like we're moving towards single wrestling way more, like a lot more frequently in any company you name. Just because Western culture is more about, the go-getter, the guy or the girl, whoever's working, they want that promotion. We're so driven by our careers and stuff and by ourselves and feeding our ego. Not to say other people don't have egos, but like in Japan, etc., they're more about family and the community. They're not as much about themselves, or at least that's like the philosophy if you go into Buddhism. Not really Buddhism, but you guys know the more the Eastern philosophy that's on the other side of the planet, and some over here, Ring of Honor. But they're more about, that's why tag teams are still successful. If not, they're actually gaining popularity, because over there it is about teamwork and cohesion, and you're actually viewed as successful if you can get along, with more people. In American wrestling, maybe in WWE, TNA, you're judged on how many titles you won, not for how long. If you had 20 world title reigns, that's awesome. Granted, you may have only held them for a week. But in other countries, not to say the single titles aren't important. Once again, I'm shooting from the hip, trying to do a serious video. I think I'm doing alright. But yeah, it's more viewed on, how you carry yourself in and out of the ring, as well as who you get along with. That kind of shot off the tag team topic, but yeah. But basically, I do think tag teams are necessary, and obviously the goods outweigh the bads. I'm just saying sometimes most of the bads aren't even foreseeable, like, if they pigeonhole someone's career or whatnot. But I think it's good. It exposes more guys, on the card. Gets more people involved. They get to work with a variety of people. They diverse their own skills, Maybe if they're a brawler and they tagged up with a brawler, but the brawler can also, do some technical, they learn from each other. And maybe, actually, they both end up better off. So, thanks for tuning in, and sorry if that was kind of all over the place, but I don't think I'm going to edit it. I think I'm going to go with this. So, everybody have a good day.